the deeper reality behind the universe. If all beings are reflections of this sacred truth, then nothing is a coincidence. At first glance, life may seem like a chaotic, meaningless collection of random events to most people. But if you pause for a moment and look deeply, not just with your mind, but with eyes full of wonder, you begin to notice the chaos gives way to rhythm, a harmony. A dance unfolds before your eyes. What we often call synchronicity is seen by many as a small sign from the universe. A gentle confirmation, as if some invisible hand is trying to reassure you that you're on the right path. But what if the universe isn't something separate sending you signs? What if you are the universe? What if what you do, what you feel, what you notice is the universe noticing itself? Just like the foam on a wave is not separate from the sea, those strange encounters, those repeating numbers, that book falling from the shelf, they are not apart from the flow of life. They are the flow itself. And these signs, they don't shout, they whisper, because the universe doesn't scream. It hums, gently, and if you're calm enough, not anxious, not rushing, just aware, you'll start to hear those hums. You'll notice that everything is in sync. Even what once seemed out of place is part of the music. We were taught for years that the world was just fragments, atoms, molecules, random collisions. And you, just a piece of flesh with a name, some debt, and a routine. But that's just one perspective. Like trying to describe a cathedral by only looking at the bricks. Life is woven, like a spider's web, like the petals of a rose, like the rise and fall of your breath. Sometimes, something happens. A glance lingers a bit too long. You hear the same sentence from different mouths. The door opens the moment you were thinking about it. And logic kicks in. Coincidence, it says. But that's like dismissing a magician's act as mere sleight of hand. It's not about proof. It's about noticing. Because the more you try to explain it, the more the music fades. But if you can just sit and watch, not random, not planned, just alive, you'll notice something extraordinary. You were never outside of it. You were never just an observer of this world. You are it. As children, before names, rules, and logic were taught, we had that beautiful connection. We could feel the rain on our skin, the silence in our ears. We didn't need music to dance, because we were the dance. Do you remember? Something used to stir within you. You would feel like something was about to happen, but not like the anxious expectation of adults. It was that gentle flutter in your belly, as if life was just about to whisper its secret. And sometimes, it did whisper. A bird would land right next to you. A stranger would smile at you just when you needed it most. And in those moments, you'd feel it. The world knew you. But over time, that feeling was silenced. Grow up, they said. Stop dreaming. Be practical. And so we grew. We chose calendars over miracles, data over intuition. We traded the poetry of the universe for an instruction manual. But that signal, that soft vibration, it never truly left. It just went quiet, like a cat curled up in the corner of your mind, waiting for you to notice it again. Yes, the universe never stopped speaking. You just forgot how to listen. And the strange thing is, when you begin to notice these coincidences, you realize they were always there. You just weren't tuned in. The world didn't change. You did. And once your perception starts to shift, what once seemed like meaningless noise suddenly becomes music, not rigid, but like jazz, improvised, a game, a conversation between you and the cosmos. And in that moment, you're no longer a victim of random events, no longer a puppet pulled by unseen strings. You become a partner in the dance. You may not control it, but you can enjoy it. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't fatalism. It's not that everything is predetermined. The nature of the universe is not mathematical. It's humorous, not serious, but playful. Not hard rules, but nudges, possibilities, soft touches. And what you begin to feel, it doesn't come from thought, it comes from the heart, a kind of belonging, one that includes the pain and the joy, the delays, the detours, the missed encounters. None of it is wasted. When people experience synchronicity, they often ask, "What does this mean?" As if a puzzle has dropped from the sky. But it's not a message, it's you. Sometimes you think of someone, and they call. You face a question, and the answer comes from an unexpected place. That doesn't mean you're pushing the buttons of the world. It means the world is dancing with you, and in that moment, the boundary fades. You and the world are not separate, but one. Thought and event become two sides of the same movement, like your body and your shadow moving together. And when you notice that, all that's left is to smile. Science tries to dismiss these things. Pattern recognition, it says. Neural pathways. Meaningless. But that's like explaining music with sound waves. Like reducing love to chemicals. Technically true, but missing the entire point. Because it's not about breaking something down to understand it. It's about how it feels. When a moment aligns, you feel a soft electric buzz inside, as if something touched you gently from behind the curtain. Goosebumps rise, and suddenly, life feels like it looked right at you. And in that moment, science can't measure it. That moment doesn't belong in a lab. It belongs to your skin, your breath, your awareness. So don't fight it. Don't try to prove it. Just notice it. Sometimes you don't need to understand. You just need to let your heart beat. Let life play its own melody. Let it pass through you like wind between the trees. Because the truth is not in the answer. The truth is in the experience. And when you try to control it, define it, or hold on to it, it slips away. But if you let go, if you simply listen, it slowly begins to reveal itself to you. Sit quietly, really quietly, and just watch. Then you'll start to notice everything in the universe moves in rhythm, in cycles, in harmony. The waves crash and retreat. The moon waxes and wanes. Your breath rises and falls. Thoughts come and go, like birds flying across the sky. Never quite still, but never truly random either. And that's when you understand. Synchronicities, those small moments where the inner and outer worlds align perfectly, are not strange at all. They're part of the great rhythm. Like a drum beat in the middle of a melody, you say, "Ah, there it is. It fits. It landed perfectly." So why are we surprised when life does the same thing? You think of someone, they call. A word from your dream appears on a billboard the next morning. A question is answered before it's even asked. This isn't magic. This is music, but try to capture it. Try to bottle it and replay it. And it slips through your fingers, like trying to hold a breeze in your palm. Because these moments don't exist to be used, they exist to be felt. Don't hunt synchronicities like treasures. Don't summon them forcefully. Let them come, uninvited, like unexpected guests, unprepared, yet warmly welcomed. And then comes the ancient question, who is sending these signs? Who is behind this order? Our minds immediately craft a story. There must be a great intelligence out there watching us, guiding us, leaving clues. But that's like your eye trying to see itself, or your hand trying to hold itself. Because the universe is not separate from you. It's not a machine outside of you. The universe is what you're doing, as natural as blinking, as ordinary as breathing. It exists with you, through you. So when a sign arrives, who sent it? You did. But not the you thinking about bills or tomorrow's plans. The deeper you, the one that was never born and will never die. the silent witness that's always been there. So when a symbol appears, a message, a sign, don't ask, what is it trying to tell me? Ask, what part of me already knew this? Because you are not the receiver of the message. You are the message. And that awareness changes everything. Suddenly, life seems to have meaning. Events feel connected. You no longer feel alone. But you can't force this awareness. It comes only when the inner noise quiets down. The sky didn't rearrange its stars for you. Your eyes just became clear enough to see the pattern that was always there. The design the universe paints is not drawn with logic, but with rhythm. And the more open you become, the more the pattern reveals itself. But it doesn't shout. It whispers in gentle waves, in silent echoes. A stranger says exactly what you needed to hear. An object appears just when you need it. A word keeps showing up again and again. Like the tides of the ocean, these are not coincidences. They are invitations. The universe leans in and whispers, "Can you hear me now?" Because every person, every place, everything you see is tied together by invisible threads, like the patterns of a rug, like the waves of an ocean, as if they were never truly apart. So why doesn't everyone notice this? It's like checking the time while the sun is setting. You're looking, but you're not really seeing. Many people are so focused on finding meaning. They walk right past it. They grab it, examine it, try to decode it. But synchronicity cannot be forced. It can only be noticed, gently, like forgetting a word, then suddenly remembering it after you stop trying. Like inspiration that doesn't arrive at the desk, but in the shower. Those who cannot see aren't blind. They're trying too hard. They don't listen to life. They scan it. But the universe is a delicate artist. It doesn't scream. It waits. And when you finally reach that silence, you hear the music that's been playing all along. A sign appears, a whisper, a symbol, a moment that feels like it belongs only to you. And then the mind steps in. Wait, prove it. Show me more. Convince me. But that's like standing at the edge of the ocean demanding to know why there are waves before you're willing to swim. You miss the point, because the universe doesn't walk in straight lines. It flows like water, not hard, not planned, but always exactly where it needs to be. So when the call comes, don't demand more proof. Follow the thread, even if you don't know where it leads. Walk because you've been called. Yes, trusting the unknown takes courage, but that's what makes it real. These signs are not there to control you. They're here to accompany you. The next step won't be visible until you take the first, but if you take it, the path reveals itself. Some people experience synchronicity and think they're special, chosen, blessed. But the truth is even more beautiful. Synchronicities don't happen because you're special. They happen because you're connected. You're part of the grand pattern, a cell in the web, in the melody, in the cycle. And the whole is speaking, always, through numbers, dreams, songs on the radio, through strangers, shadows, and a familiar feeling. But it doesn't speak in straight lines. It speaks like poetry, like a joke, like a dream you half remember but feel throughout your body. So don't try to solve it like a puzzle. It's not about understanding. It's about joining in. So don't ask, what does this mean? Ask, can I dance with this? Because, my friend, you are not outside the pattern. You are the pattern. You are a note waking up to its own song, a wave remembering that it is the ocean. And once you see that, everything changes. Not outside, inside. So don't try to decode the message. Dance with it.